What you say is who you are. And I need you to really hear this. How you handle interruptions is your reputation in every room you step into, work, family, friends, all of it. Because for most people, the only way they ever experience you is through your words and the way you hold your turn. If you let people take your space, they will decide that your space is optional, not because they're villains, but because patterns teach people how to treat you. And right now, the pattern is teaching them that your turn is negotiable. You know the moment I'm talking about. You take a breath, you start making your point, and boom, someone cuts in. Your body tightens. Your brain goes static. You smile to be nice. You nod like, oh yeah, good point, even when your point isn't finished. And then your voice disappears from your own sentence. You leave that meeting or that dinner or that group chat with a knot in your chest, driving home, replaying the whole thing like a bad highlight reel, thinking of all the ways you could have said it better. And the part that stings the most isn't their interruption. It's the way you handed your power over with a polite smile. Look, I'm human. I have done this. I have sat in a meeting with a loud personality bulldozing through my thought, and I did the polite head tilt and I let it go. And then I stewed about it later and snapped at my family because I was mad at myself, not them. And there are nights around my own dinner table where the old roles come out. Someone teases, someone dominates. I default to peacekeeping and I can feel that little voice in my chest whispering, say it, finish. And I still swallowed it. So if you've been steamrolled, I get it. You are not weak. You're running a pattern you were trained to run. Here's the reframe. Interruptions are not just a social annoyance. They're a pattern. And the best news you're going to hear today is that patterns change fast when you change one move. This is not about being rude. It's about adding structure. It's about directness as respect. And I'm going to hand you one sentence that stops the cut-in without starting a fight, plus the one posture cue that makes it land so the room believes you. The sentence is calm and time-bound. I'm not finished. Give me 10 seconds. Then you continue. No edge, no apology, no speed up. And yes, we're going to practice it together so it becomes automatic. I want you to imagine the payoff because it happens quickly. You use this once calmly, and then you keep speaking. You'll watch people adjust in real time because you just taught them how to treat you. Your identity in that room clicks up a level. You're the person who finishes your thought. You're the person who holds your turn with warmth and certainty. That is not a fantasy. That is one calm boundary away. Stay with me because I'm going to protect your voice and we're going to retrain the room starting now. In case no one else tells you this, I love you, I believe in you, and you deserve your full 10 seconds. Okay, let's get real about what happens inside you the second someone slices into your sentence, because this is the moment that writes your reputation in that room. You're surprised there's a tiny jolt like a door slamming you didn't see coming. And in that shock, your brain does what brains do when belonging feels at risk. It tries to keep you safe. Safety, for a lot of us, sounds like be nice and don't make it weird. So you self-censor, you smile a little, you tip your head, you let them have it. And right there, in that microsecond of it's fine, you start editing yourself in real time. And once you start editing, the thread slips. You were on track, you had a point, it was building, and now your working memory is juggling. The static turns up, your mouth gets dry, and you either speed up because you're trying to squeeze in before they grab the ball again, or you trail off because the elevator doors have already closed and you're stuck in the lobby with your best sentence upstairs. Then come the aftershocks. Your cheeks get hot, your chest gets tight, you resent them for taking your space. And this is the part that stings. You resent yourself for handing it over. Then you carry that resentment home and snap at somebody you love because the anger needed somewhere to go. I've done it. You've done it. This is the spiral. And the nice trap makes it worse. You tell yourself, I'm being polite. I'm letting the conversation flow. I'm a team player. But what people actually learn is that your voice is optional, not because they're cruel, but because patterns teach. Every time you quietly disappear mid-thought, You're training the room, bosses, partners, siblings, friends, that your turn is negotiable. What you say is who you are, and when you let your sentence get cut in half, the identity that gets stamped on you is the person who can be cut off. Why does it feel so personal? Because it is. Your nervous system reads interruption like a status and belonging threat. Social mammals scan rooms. Am I safe? Do I matter? Do I belong? When someone talks over you, your body hears, you're not important here. And your body wants to avoid exile at all costs, so it throws you into freeze or fawn. Freeze is the blank, fawn is the nod and the laugh you don't mean. Either way, you leave yourself. Here's the reframe I need you to tattoo on your brain. Directness is respect. It's respect for you. Your thought deserves completion. And it's respect for the group. Clear structure saves time, reduces chaos, and actually makes everyone less anxious. When you hold your turn without heat, you're not being difficult, you're being dependable. So we're going to replace that freeze response with 2 micro upgrades, a micro script and a micro posture. The words are calm and time-bound. I'm not finished. Give me 10 seconds. And the body is grounded, chin level, breath low, shoulders soft. Plant your feet and continue. No apology, no rush, no edge. I'm going to walk you through it, and we're going to practice until your nervous system learns, oh, this is safe. This is who I am now. You finish your thought, you hold your space, and everyone, including you, believes it. Let's talk about the quiet little words that are stealing your turn, because this is where most of us bleed out our authority without even realizing it. Sorry, just real quick. If that's okay, can I just say one thing? I know why you use them. You think you're being polite. You think you're keeping the peace. You think you're softening the entry so nobody feels attacked. And I get it, because I used to lace every sentence with that same fluff. And then I'd wonder why people felt free to slide right over me. And here's the punchline. Those words are not neutral. They are signals. Break this down with me. Sorry is pre-punishment. I'm going to apologize for existing before I even get to the point. So what people hear is, I'm already on the back foot. You can take this from me. Just is a shrink ray. It minimizes your content before the content arrives. It's just a thought, just a question, just a quick thing, which trains the room to treat it as small. Real quick tells everyone to speed up inside their body. And when people speed up, they interrupt. You literally invite the cut in by making your own contribution sound like a throwaway. If that's okay, ask permission mid-sentence, which is another way of saying my turn is contingent on your approval. And can I just say one thing? I mean, you already are saying one thing, but when you pitch it like a request, the receiver hears negotiation, not communication. What you think you're sending is kindness and efficiency. What they receive is uncertainty. And you know this. What is sent is not what is received, because we all filter language through status cues and past patterns. So if you repeatedly wrap your thought in permission language, the pattern lands as this person can be overridden. That's it. Not malicious, just human patterning. I want to make sure you heard that your words are teaching people how to treat you. When you apologize for speaking, people unconsciously learn that your turn is negotiable. You can be the smartest person in the room and undercut yourself with 4 syllables. And I don't say that to shame you. I say it to free you, because this is the easiest, fastest fix you will ever make in your communication. Stop asking for permission to finish your own sentence. Here's the new principle. You don't need to win the conversation. You need to hold your turn. You don't have to overpower anyone. You don't have to out-debate. You don't have to stack citations like you're on trial. Your job is completion. Say the thing, finish the thought, and do it in a way that respects you and calms the room, because directness is respect and structure is kindness. So instead of all the fluff and apology, we're going to use a clean, neutral boundary that doesn't attack the other person and doesn't abandon you. That's the move. No edge, no preamble, no asking, is that okay? It sounds like this. I'm not finished. Give me 10 seconds. And then you continue steady voice, normal pace, planted body. You're not making it a moment. You're making it a standard. The second you stop asking permission and start holding your turn, the room recalibrates. They learn. You teach them with your words. And the identity that gets stamped on you shifts from optional voice to dependable finisher starting now. Here's the tool, clean and simple. And I want you to hear it in a calm, matter-of-fact tone with zero edge. I'm not finished. Give me 10 seconds. That's it. And then this is the entire game you keep talking. Don't wait for permission. Don't look around for approval. Do not pause for a beat to see how it lands. You deliver the boundary and you immediately continue your sentence at your normal pace because your continuation is the authority. The room learns from what you do next. Why does 10 seconds work like magic? Because it feels reasonable to the nervous system in the room. You're not seizing the floor forever. You're setting a tiny, time-bound container, and time boundaries lower defensiveness. 10 seconds signals structure. We're not in a power struggle. We're in a process. People can tolerate a microwait far more easily than a vague, hang on. And when the brain hears a number, it relaxes because numbers mean there's an endpoint. You also model respect for the group's time while you respect your own turn. And that combo makes people exhale. And I'm not finished works because it's factual, not accusatory. You're not mind reading their intent. You're not shaming them for interrupting. You're simply naming the status of your sentence. It's just true, I am mid-thought. Facts reduce fights. Accusations inflame them. What is sent is not what is received. And when you send a neutral fact plus a tiny time box, what's received is structure, not threat. Let me coach you through the delivery because this is where most people dilute the power. Do not over-explain. Do not justify. The minute you tack on, because I just want to make sure I'm being clear and if that's okay with everyone, you've turned a boundary into a negotiation and you've invited the cut-in back. Keep it simple. Say the line. Keep going. Normal volume. Normal speed. Shoulders soft. Eyes on the person you were addressing or on your notes. Finish your thought. You can flex the language to fit your personality while keeping the same spine. Try, hang on 10 seconds, or let me finish this thought 10 seconds, or I'm going to complete this 10 seconds. Same structure every time. Neutral, fact, or directive, dash the micro time. If 10 feels clunky in your mouth, you can use a beat in social settings. But I freaking love the number because it anchors people. And no, please, no, sorry, no, real quick. You don't need softeners. The softness is baked into the time limit. I want to make sure you heard that your power is the simplicity plus the immediate continuation. You are not asking. You are not defending. You are holding your turn with kindness and structure. One sentence, one breath, one finish. That's how you retrain the room and upgrade your identity, starting now. Now, let me put the spine in this thing because words are powerful, but your body is the amplifier. And if your body contradicts your boundary, the room will believe your body every time. Your body has to match your boundary, calm, planted, and continuing, so the room believes you. Here's the physical anchor. Plant both feet. If you're standing, hip width, weight balanced over the arches, knees soft, not locked. If you're sitting, both feet on the floor, sit bones heavy, scoot forward an inch so your torso isn't collapsing into the chair. Lift your chest just a hair, like someone put a string at your sternum and tugged it up 1 inch. Then soften your face. Not a performative smile. Soften, release your jaw, keep your chin level, not tipped up like you're posturing and not down like you're apologizing. Shoulders melt down and back, hands grounded on the table or holding your notes, not folded across your chest, not gripping your elbows, not clutching your necklace. Defensive body language invites a defensive response. The anchor says, I'm steady, I'm safe, I'm finishing. Now the voice cue, and this one is going to feel counterintuitive if you're used to fighting for air. Lower your volume slightly instead of raising it. Calm power reads as leadership. When you get louder, people's nervous systems hear escalation and they either push back or tune out. When you drop your volume a notch and keep your tone even, you signal certainty. Certainty is contagious. That's the vibe we're installing. Breath next, because your breath is the first word. I want you to inhale before you deliver the boundary so you don't sound reactive. It can be a micro inhale through the nose that widens your ribs. 2 seconds is enough. That breath gives you control of your pitch. It drops your energy into your body, and it buys your brain a beat so you don't spike into apology or edge. Inhale, then I'm not finished. Give me 10 seconds and continue. Eyes. Look at the interrupter briefly as you say the boundaries so they know you're addressing the behavior. Then immediately shift your gaze back to the group or down to your notes as you continue your sentence. That glance says, I see you. The shift says, I'm not seeking your permission. Do not lock eyes and duel. That turns a structure cue into a status contest. Tag, then return to your lane. Speed. After you deliver the boundary, slow your pace by 10%. Just a touch. You don't need to drawl. You need to resist the impulse to sprint. Rushing communicates insecurity and almost guarantees someone will jump back in. Slowing by a hair reads as authority. If you need a tactile reminder, feel your feet. Heavy feet equals slower speech. Use your body to set the metronome. Put it all together and it looks like this. Breathe, anchor, line, eyes back, volume down, slow by 10, and finish your thought. No flinch, no rush, no apology. You're not making a scene. You're setting a standard. And because I want this baked into your muscle memory, here's where we're going next. Now that you have the words and the posture, we're going to role play the 3 places this happens the most. Work meetings with the loudest person in the room, family dinner where those old roles try to drag you back, and friends where you want to hold your turn without killing the vibe. We're going to practice, and you're going to feel the shift land in your body. Picture this. You're in the weekly status meeting. You finally get airspace after 30 minutes of updates about updates. You lean in, feet planted, notes in front of you, and you say, the vendor timeline shifted, so we need to, and boom, Carl jumps in with, yeah, but marketing already decided. And suddenly the room lurches toward him like you never opened your mouth. Your body tightens, that heat hits your cheeks, and you're watching your own point float away like a balloon. Not today. Breath in, anchor. And you calmly say, I'm not finished, give me 10 seconds. And you immediately continue. We have 2 dependencies, legal review and data migration. And if we don't lock those by Friday, the launch date slips. Done. You didn't argue. You didn't defend. You added structure. And the room just learned you finish your thought. Now, role play the next layer. Because sometimes the loudest person will test the new pattern. You go again later in the meeting. Quick update on the client feedback, and they cut in with a joke. The room chuckles. Your nervous system wants to bail. Don't. This is where you use structure on structure. Ground your voice and say, I'll be quick. Here are the 2 points, and deliver like a pro. 1, the client approved the revised scope as is. 2, they need the dashboard mockups by Wednesday to keep the sign off on track. Period. Conversation engineering. You just walk them cleanly to the outcome. And what about when your idea gets absorbed by the group swirl? Painful, right? You say, we could stagger the rollout. It gets ignored. 5 minutes later, someone says, what if we phased it? And suddenly everyone loves it. No edge, no eye roll. You reclaim the credit with kindness and clarity. Yes, exactly. And to build on what I said earlier about staggering the rollout, phase 1 covers existing clients. Phase 2 opens to new signups after the metrics hit target. You're not being petty. You're aligning attribution with accuracy. What you say is who you are, and the person who calmly claims their work gets respected. Hierarchy, same tool, warmer tone, connect to value. Your boss jumps in as you're outlining risk, and you feel that old fawn reflex rise. Breathe. I'm not finished. Give me 10 seconds. This impacts the deadline. Then you continue. If we shift QA by 3 days, we protect the launch and the client review stays intact. You're not challenging authority. You're protecting outcomes. Bosses aren't allergic to boundaries. They're allergic to chaos. Time-bound structure calms chaos. Do you see the pattern? You're not being rude. You're adding structure, and structure earns respect. The more you do this, the more the room relaxes because you're dependable. You don't spike the energy. You don't disappear. You guide. And if you want to pour gasoline on this in a good way, pre-frame your updates, 2 points and I'm done, then hit them. 1, decision. 2, next step. Clear start, clear end. People love knowing where the train is headed. Work is one thing, and you're going to watch this shift meetings fast. But let's be honest, the harder place is at home because emotions and old roles walk in the door before you do. We're going to take this same calm boundary into family dinner next. And that's where you'll feel your identity upgrade land in your bones. Okay, family dinner. This is where the old roles pull on you like gravity, right? You walk in, and before you've even taken off your coat, you're not you, the grown adult. You're you, the baby, you, the easy one, you, the peacemaker, you, the one who listens forever while your brother runs the huddle and your mom narrates everybody's life and your father-in-law lobs a spicy take just to watch the room catch fire. And because this is home and we love these people, we slip, we revert, we let it ride, we keep the peace. And then we drive home with that pit in our stomach wishing we had finished the sentence about our big thing at work or the choice we made for our kid or the boundary we needed help holding. Look, I'm human. I have sat at my own table and felt myself go quiet because an old joke about me is faster than my new voice, and I hate that feeling. The trap is so sneaky. You tell yourself it's not worth making a moment. You smile, you pass the salad, you swallow your point, and everyone thinks you're fine because what is sent is not what is received. And what they receive is, I'm good. And inside you're screaming, I'm invisible. You are not invisible. You're stuck in a role. And roles are patterns. And patterns change when you change one move. So here's the move. In the kitchen, on the couch, at the table with the clatter, and the dog and the TV on in the other room. Plant your feet under the chair, soften your shoulders, lift your chest an inch, and when Uncle Bob slides over your words with a punchline, breathe and say, calm as a lighthouse, I'm not finished, give me 10 seconds. Then immediately continue your story. Don't wait. Don't scan for approval. Keep going. If you want to warm the tone for family, add, I really want to share this, and continue. That one soft line signals care without surrendering your turn. Now, the rule that rewrites the role, repeat without heat. If they interrupt again, and sometimes they will, because you're changing a decade-long dance, you say the exact same sentence in the exact same tone at the exact same pace. I'm not finished, give me 10 seconds, and continue. Don't escalate, don't explain. Consistency trains behavior. This is not a showdown, it's a metronome. And if someone tries to joke you off your lane, okay, speaker of the house over here, smile with your eyes, drop your volume a notch, and say, I know you're kidding 10 seconds, then finish. Fork down, palms open, chin level, warm, unmovable. Here's what's going to happen when you do this across 2-3 dinners. The room will start to pause for you. People will literally lean back because structure calms the system, even in families. Your mom will hear you out before she problem solves. Your sibling will wait to tag your point instead of taking it. And inside you, there's a click. You're no longer the easy one by default. You're the dependable finisher. What you say is who you are. And when you finish your thought at home, your identity upgrades in your own bones. And because life isn't just family or work, next we're taking this into friends and social groups where your fear isn't getting steamrolled. It's looking awkward or too intense. Spoiler, you won't kill the vibe by holding your turn. You'll make the conversation fair. Let's go there. Now, let's take this out to the patio, the group text, the birthday dinner, the pickleball sidelines, because here's the social fear that muzzles you. You don't want to be that person. You don't want to stiff arm the laughter. You don't want to look intense, so you let it slide. You tell yourself, whatever, it's casual, the conversation's flowing, and then 10 minutes later, you're quieter, you've tucked your story back in your pocket, you nod a lot, you laugh at other people's bits, and inside you feel that tiny drift from the group disconnected, like you're physically there but not actually in it. That's the cost of not holding your turn in social spaces. You go invisible without anyone noticing, and I love you too much to let that keep happening. Here's the fix, and it's light, it's friendly, and it does not kill the vibe because it actually improves it by making the conversation fair. Smile softly, eyes warm, shoulders loose, and when someone slides over your sentence, you say, calm as a green light, I'm not finished. Give me 10 seconds. And you immediately continue like it's the most normal thing in the world, because it is. Normal voice, tiny drop in volume, no rush. You're not scolding. You're steering. Now, what if the train left the station and the topic moved? This is where you use the bridge back. Tag the moment, kind tone, and bring it home. Wait, I want to go back 10 seconds because this matters. And then you land your point. Don't over-explain why it matters. Don't tack on a paragraph of apology. The clean bridge is respected because it's brief and it signals care for the group plus care for your thought. If weight feels sharp in your mouth, try, hang on 10 seconds. I want to finish that thought. Same posture, same continuation. Let's name the group dynamic because this will set you free. In every circle, there's at least one confident interrupter who unknowingly sets the norm. Guess what resets it? One confident boundary. Groups copy energy. When you hold your turn with warmth and certainty, you are modeling a standard that quiet people will silently thank you for. You are teaching without a lecture that people get to finish their thoughts here. That is self-respect, yes, and it's also leadership. Directness is respect, and structure is kindness in a fun conversation too. Make this vibe savvy. If you're telling a story and a friend tries to add their tag mid-sentence, palm open, smile, 10 seconds, then tag me and keep rolling. If laughter spikes and someone barrels through, chuckle with them, then still smiling, give me 10. I'm landing this and finish. You're not a hall monitor. You're the host energy even when you're not the host. And host energy protects the flow. And if you're thinking, okay, Mel, but what if they don't stop? What if they steamroll anyway? What if the same person keeps grabbing the mic? Good. That's where we go next. You don't need a blow up. You need a ladder repeat without heat. Add structure to the turn taking. And if respect isn't available, you remove access to your attention. I'll walk you up that step by step. For now, lock in this truth. You won't ruin the vibe by holding your turn. You'll elevate it because fairness is the fun everybody actually feels. What you say is who you are. And in your friend group, you are the person who makes it better for everyone to be heard. All right, here's how you protect your voice without turning the room into a courtroom. You don't need a confrontation, you need a ladder. This is engineered calm. You climb one rung at a time, you keep your tone even, and you let structure, not volume, do the work. And in case nobody has said this to you, you're not too sensitive. Repeated interruption is a behavior. Behavior can be addressed, so let's address it. Level 1 is the default, and you already know it. I'm not finished. Give me 10 seconds, and you immediately continue your sentence. No pause, no permission check. You finish your thought because completion is the goal. Most people recalibrate right there because time-bound clarity calms the room. If they cut in again, you go to level 2. Repeat without heat. Same line, same tone, same pace. I'm not finished. Give me 10 seconds, and you keep going. Not one extra word. The second you explain, you've turned a boundary into a debate. We are not debating your right to complete a sentence. We are setting a standard. If they still press, you climb to level 3 and name the process, not the person, because facts reduce fights. Calm voice. I'm going to finish my sentence and then I want to hear you. That signals fairness and lowers defensiveness because you're promising a turn-taking structure. Then you finish your point and immediately gesture the floor to them. Go ahead. You just engineered respect in real time. If the swirl continues or it's a group dynamic, level 4 is a container reset. Take the wheel for a moment with warmth and certainty. Let's do one at a time. Please hold it for 10 seconds or 2 points and I'm done. Then I'll pass it to you. That's conversation engineering. You are not scolding, you're hosting. Directness is respect and structure is kindness, especially when the energy is high. And if it's chronic, same person, same steamroll, your nervous system is fried. Level 5 is exit with clarity. No edge, no drama. I'm going to stop here when I can finish a thought. I'm happy to continue. Then you close your notebook or you step out or you move your attention elsewhere. That is not punishment. That is protection. You're removing access to your attention until respect is available. Your attention is valuable. Treat it that way, and the room will too. I want to make sure you heard the through line. Repeat, structure, then remove access if respect isn't available. You're not trying to win a personality contest. You're installing a process that lets everyone win because it makes communication clean. What you say is who you are. And when your words carry calm boundaries, your reputation upgrades to dependable, not dismissible. Now, we lock this in with practice because the only way this fails is if you don't use it in the moment. We're going to rehearse it so your body knows what to do before your brain spirals. 60 seconds a day, a few reps, and this stops being a brave moment and starts being your default. Let's make it automatic. Okay? Now we program this into your nervous system so it shows up when the heat hits. Because I don't care how brilliant you are, when someone slices across your sentence, your body spikes, your heart pops into your throat, your brain goes bright white, and that is not a character flaw. That is wiring. Under pressure, you don't rise to the occasion. You fall to your training. So let's make sure you've trained the exact words and the exact body cue so your mouth knows what to do before your mind starts negotiating. Rehearsal turns the boundary from a brave moment into a default behavior. That's the goal. Here's the 60-second drill, and I want you doing it today because it's that simple. Stand or sit planted. Inhale through your nose, slow and low, then a calm exhale, feel your ribs drop. On that exhale, say out loud, I'm not finished, give me 10 seconds. Normal pace. Volume down 1 notch. Do that 10 times. 10, yes, out loud, because your ears need to hear your authority. Then we add motion because life moves. Walk slowly down the hall or around your kitchen and say it 5 more times while you walk. You're training your voice to stay steady while your body is in motion. Last layer, smile with your eyes and soften your cheeks 5 reps while smiling. Why? Because you're training state control. You can be warm and firm at the same time. And when your face says safe, your words land cleaner. That's 60 seconds. Done. You just installed a new default. Now, the continuation rule, the part most people miss, and it's the difference between respect and another interruption. After you set the boundary, you deliver 1 clean sentence. 1, not a paragraph, not your full memoir. 1 sentence that lands the point you were trying to make. So the room rewards you with attention. We have 2 dependencies, legal and data, and we protect the launch if we lock both by Friday. Or the part that matters here is the timeline risk. Shifting QA 3 days keeps the client review intact. Or for family, I want to finish this story because I'm proud of it. Boundary, then 1 sentence, then breathe. When you do this, you teach the room your turns are efficient and valuable. They lean in next time. Make your plans stupid simple. Pick 1 environment this week, 1 meeting, 1 dinner, or 1 friend. Hang and commit to using the line once. Put it on your calendar like a rep. Wednesday, 2 p.m. stand-up. Use the 10-second boundary once. Before you walk in, take your micro inhale. Feel your feet. Say the line once under your breath. And make the if-then plan. If I'm interrupted, then I say, I'm not finished, give me 10 seconds, and I follow it with 1 clear sentence. That's your pregame. That's you being a pro. Put this in your backpack so it's with you in every room. Words, I'm not finished, give me 10 seconds. Posture, feet planted, chest, soft lift, volume down. Repetition 10 out loud. 5 walking, 5 smiling. Continuation, 1 clean sentence. That's your kit. And here's the part I am so excited for you to feel. The moment you do this once and you watch the room pause and you finish your thought, something shifts inside you. You're not the person hoping to be heard. You're the person who calmly finishes. What you say is who you are. And with 1 practice line, you just upgraded your identity. Next, I'm going to show you exactly what happens after that first rep lands, because the after is fast and it's real. And it changes how they treat you and how you treat yourself. Here's the after. And I want you to picture it because your brain learns faster when it sees it. You set the line, I'm not finished, give me 10 seconds, and you keep talking. The room pauses, heads tilt. The energy drops from swirl to steady because you just gave everybody a finish line to look at and a reason to wait. Even the interrupter recalibrates. Maybe they don't love being stopped, fine, but they respect it because you were clear and kind and time-bound. And the quiet win that matters most, your nervous system exhales. There's that click of self-trust. You finish your sentence. You catch your own eye in the glass and you think, there she is. There he is. The person who finishes, that's the identity shift. You stop narrating yourself as the one who gets talked over. That was an old role, outdated. You start acting like the person who finishes thoughts. And because what you say is who you are, your words rewrite your reputation in real time. One rep begets another because success is sticky. Your mouth remembers the calm, your body remembers the anchor, the room remembers you complete your point, and your new identity, dependable, direct, respectful, starts paying you dividends everywhere. Rep to reputation, sentence to self-concept. That's how fast it happens. And I hear your doubt because I am you, but what if they think I'm rude? Listen to me. Clarity is not rudeness. It's leadership. Directness is respect. You didn't attack. You didn't accuse. You didn't seize the mic for 5 minutes. You set a 10-second container and you honored it. People admire structure because it makes them feel safe. And even if one person bristles, the rest of the room clocks you as the adult in the conversation. Most important, you clock you. You just treated your voice like it matters. And that is self-respect in action. So here's your mantra. Put it on repeat until it hums in your bones. I'm not finished. Give me 10 seconds. Then keep talking. Boundary, continuation. One clean sentence. That's the move. Do it once this week. Do it twice next week. And watch the compound effect hit. Because one calm boundary, delivered once and repeated consistently, changes how people treat you and how you see yourself. You deserve to be heard. You are not asking for special treatment. You are setting a fair standard. This is a skill, and you can build it starting in your next conversation. And because I know you're the kind of person who wants your friends to feel strong too, share this with the one who disappears in groups. Give them the line. Give them the posture. Give them their voice back. If this helped you, please click subscribe so you never miss what we're building together here. I freaking love doing this with you, and I believe in you. Next, we're going deeper on body language and confidence cues, plus exactly how to reclaim credit without sounding defensive. You're going to love it. In case no one else tells you this today, I love you and I believe in you. Finish your thought.